Quantity Radio. Welcome back to Quantity Radio, where we talk about a quantity of things, everything from spirituality, love, relationships, religion, business moves, you name it. We talking about it. I'm talking about it. And I'm your host, Shaquan, a.k.a. Big Quan, whatever you want to call me. It's all good. I have a special guest here today.
Yeah.
Eric?
Yes,
We're going to call you Eric.
Yes, you can use that. Manny, Eric is good, either or.
Okay. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited. This has been a long time coming.
Yes, big time.
I'm super excited to have him on, y'all. We've been on each other since, how many years? Like,
20, since 2016, 2017?
Damn.
Yeah.
I think, like 26, because we've been traveling there for a while.
Yeah.
But good people, good dude, always good conversations. Like,
Always.
One thing we're going to do, we're going to talk. Like, we always got something to talk about. So, it's an honor to have you on my show.
Pleasure's all mine.
Starting off the new year, right, with you on my show. So I'm like, I got to bring him on. We've been doing, like, Instagram lives and stuff, too.
Yes.
So I hopped on yours.
Yep.
You hopped on mine. And now you in the studio.
Yes.
So I appreciate you coming out, especially driving from Santa Rosa.
Yeah.
So, thank you for coming on and driving down.
Yeah,
thank you
anytime,
so much. Let's talk about where you from first.
Lit. I love it.
Where you from?
So I'm from Philly, but I would, for the people out there who don't understand how big Pennsylvania is, we like to use Philadelphia, the city, as a base. But I would say Darby, Pennsylvania. So it's a small city, Darby, which is in the county, and outside of that is Philadelphia.
Okay, from Philly. Okay, Darby. Shout out Darby. Shout out Philly.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
So, what do you miss most about it? Because I know you're in Cali now. You're living here. So, what do you miss most about back home?
Man, food. A good sandwich, a good cheesesteak. Platters is the main thing. We do have different types of food, especially mainly the main food I get is West Philly, South Philly. But I miss them old corner stores, man, where you could just go get a cheesesteak platter or some food.
Wait, so they got cheesesteak platters at the corner store?
So, all right, so for the people who are back home that know this, basically, and for the people who don't know, is basically you go to any corner store that's in the neighborhood, and they will basically get you a cheesesteak, but you can get fries and, a soda on the side.
Wow.
So we just call it a platter.
So kind of like how New York got the bacon, egg, and cheese, at the little bodega spots. Y'all got Philly cheesesteaks at the. Okay, is it all greasy too, like they say? It's all nice and greasy?
Yeah.
Okay. A little drip drop.
Greasy.
That's what makes it good, though.
Yes.
The grease.
Yeah.
If your bag don't got grease on it, it's not. Don't even.
Yeah. And they gotten better. It's not as greasy as it used to be.
Yeah.
So you know how they switch it up a little bit.
Okay, but it's still good. Okay. Well, what would you say the best restaurant is in Philly?
The best restaurant,
your favorite.
That I've had.
Yeah, your favorite.
Okay, I say Copas, and that's on South Street. Well, no, that's 40th, not too far from 40th Street.
Okay.
And South Street's still close, but that's in the earlier numbers. But if you ever go down South Street, for the people who've been down there or downtown, close to 40th Street, Copas Lounge is nice. They got really, really good food.
What kind of food they got that you like?
You get sandwiches, wings. I think they serve fish too, stuff like that. Burger, all that stuff. Burger, fries, fish.
Okay.
Wings.
I'm gonna have to go there if I ever go to Philly.
It's like a chill spot.
Okay.
Good chill spot.
Okay, so how was the transition moving from Philly to Cali? And do you like Cali? Do you enjoy living here now? How is it? What's the difference? The culture vibes. What's that?
Nah, I love it. I'll be 100% honest with you. I love California. My mother's from California, and she's from San Diego. So it actually worked out for me to always had a curiosity about Cali. Mm-hmm. So when I finally visited, when I was 16, I came to visit San Diego with her family, and it was eye-opening.
Yeah.
So I told myself, like, when I get grown, I'm old enough, whatever, I'm gonna try and venture out to California.
Right.
And that's pretty much what I did. And so, fast forward, turning 25, moved out to California.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. And you've been here ever since. Do you plan on staying here, going back home, or?
I see myself staying. Like, I don't see myself leaving again. The little stay that I did make to Texas to help my sister was like brief, but I'm gonna be here. So I'm rooted here now. But I do visit Philly occasionally. My family still lives there.
Right, you got to visit the fam. You got to go back and
absolutely.
visit the family.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Would you ever move to San Diego since your mom is from San Diego?
That's a great question.
It's nice out there. I love San
beautiful.
Diego. It's like I feel like it's like a more chill vibe of LA.
Yes, but it's in a tuck, and that's why I like it so much. Like, but to answer your question, yes, I would. I love San Diego.
San Diego's a vibe.
It's
man.
a vibe.
It's a vibe. I'm finna go this year. I ain't playing. I'm finna go for the summer. I'm gonna go to San Diego.
Trust me, it's definitely a vibe.
Okay, so and you have your own talk show too. Your own thing that you do on do it on TikTok, right?
Yes.
TikTok.
TikTok Live.
Real Talks with Manny.
Yes. Yep.
So how did that come about? Like you wanted to start doing that, having your own lives and talk show type vibe and bringing people on to talk. So how did that come about?
It started from being a little kid, just always talking up under my aunts and uncles and my dad, and always having these in-depth conversations. Like, and granted, I was too young to be having these types of conversations,
Gotta grow folk
like
business.
relationships and all that stuff. But because I was so locked in and engaged, I pretty much just had a knack for it. And then fast forward, I just like helping people, talking to people, and then I always found myself giving people advice. It's like, and they were like, you're really easy to talk to. And I'm like, yeah, okay, bet. And then Real Talk with Manny came from just me always, people hitting me up, getting advice all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Instead of y'all just calling me directly, let me just go live, and whatever it is I happen to talk about, if it benefits whoever's watching or listening, then I'll do it that way.
Okay.
I've been doing that ever since.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you've been doing your thing. You've been on your grind with that.
Yes.
I've been seeing you. You like, Shaquan, get on TikTok. I'm like, I don't want to get on TikTok.
I know, I've been
like,
trying.
Yeah, and I got on there that one time. I was like, okay, I downloaded TikTok again. I'm about to get on just to support him. Like, I really don't. I don't be on TikTok all that. Man. I don't do all that. So I'm like, I got on there for you. You know what I'm saying? You got on the Instagram live for me. Cause I'm like, I know you you go live and stuff. I'm like, I need you on my live. So we support each other. I make sure I support you because of our bond, like our relationship that we have. So I'm like, I'm definitely going support you as being friends for this long. Like we gonna support each other and make sure we see each other get to the top.
Yes, that was my plan. Like even coming out here this evening, I was like, yo, this is what we gonna do. I want to come by and make sure I show support and show love. Like this is all you. I'm just here to guest speak. That's it.
Thank you so much. I'm like, I know you gonna come with some questions for me too, because knowing how you is, like you gonna come with some questions like go shots fired. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm ready. So I also got some icebreaker questions for us.
Cool.
So shout out to Ace Metaphor for the questions. So I'll pull one card and you'll pull one card and we'll answer it to the best of our abilities. Be honest and truthful. Let me shuffle them up just a little bit.
Yes.
They got some questions in there too, boy, I ain't gonna lie. So let me flip this upside down a little bit. All right, here we go. All right, so your question.
All right.
If you were to cook for me right now, what dish would you make and why?
I would say what dish and why. Let me see. Trying to think of.
You know how to cook, don't you?
Yeah. Now, I'm just thinking of a dish that I know to make.
I'll just get it.
A dish to make. I don't know, probably like some hamburger helper or something.
Hamburger helper.
And the why will be because it's fast and easy.
You gonna hamburger helper me?
Just hamburger helper you to death.
Look, ground turkey, please.
Ground turkey, absolutely.
No beef,
Yeah,
no beef, no beef.
I'm not the beef either.
Okay, I feel like that question was too easy because I'm gonna have to give you another one
Go
because that was just real lightweight. Nah, we gonna hold on.
Yeah, hamburger helper.
So if you give me a question, I was like, and you can pick another one too.
Okay.
So let's go. Okay, if your significant other presents you with a prenup before your wedding, would you sign it? Why or why not?
Mm.
Okay, now we're talking.
Okay, that was really good.
Mm.
Let me see. Prenup. So who's that? So they're presenting it to me.
Right.
So
She's like,
have the
hey,
money. She has the money.
I need to sign this.
Okay. All right. And this is in all truthfulness. If I love her, yes, I'll sign it. Because I'm not with her for that.
Right.
I can go out and make my own money, earn my own keep. And because I care for her, I'm in it for her. So if she wants me to sign it, that's fine. Because even if we was to depart, you know what I mean, I still can go out and make my own money.
True.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I would sign it.
Okay, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I don't know. Like if he just asked me like, here, sign this. Like I need you to sign this. Like, oh, you don't. That mean I don't know. Does that mean like you don't trust me though?
It means that he's trying to protect his assets, his money. So what's valuable to him. So would you sign it is the question.
I don't know, because I feel like, okay, it's coming from a point like, you don't trust me, so it's in both ways. You don't trust me right now, like, okay, you're asking me to sign this, and you're already thinking of if we get divorced or separate, we shouldn't even be thinking about that. I want this to go the long run. You know what I'm saying? We're going to work through our problems, everything like that, but if we do get divorced, that's in your head already, you might try to take some of my money, might try to take half of this, half of that, whatever like that. So I'm like, do you not trust me? Or, you know, I would be kind of iffy on it. I honestly, I don't know if I would sign it.
That's a good, I mean, answering it that way isn't bad either.
Yeah.
But that's why I tell people about private accounts. And I think a lot of people was giving me a lot of flack for that. But for real, like, if you feel like it's got that type of energy, not saying that people should do it, but if you feel like that's the energy, have a private account to protect your stuff. Yeah.
Of course. I feel like when you have accounts, you should have a joint account for y'all joint expenses, and then your personal account, and he has his own personal account. Then you might have a business account, whatever. Like separate accounts.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to.
Your turn,
all right,
sir.
So let me see what we got. All right, what's yours? All right, what's the best book you've read, and what was it about?
Ooh, best book I've read.
You have been having books too lately.
I've been having some books. Honestly, it's like a health book.
Okay.
It's a health book, and it tells us, our melanated people, on how to take care of our bodies and what we don't need, what we do need, what's nutritious for us, certain fruits that's actually valuable to us for our melanin. That was like an eye opener for me. I'm like, oh, so I shouldn't do this. I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Like, so it's kind of like reprogramming my body, my taste buds, my mind. It's about your mental health as well too. And I forgot the name of it though. We Are Not the Same.
Okay, We Are Not the Same.
Yeah.
Who's the author?
Shaniqua Samuels.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
She's actually Safari from Love and Hip Hop, his sister.
Oh wow! Okay.
So she's like real health conscious, like total opposite of him, total opposite.
Wow, nice.
But that's his sister, and she got some dope stuff in that book. Okay. So that's my best book so far.
Good. So I'll do another one off top.
Okay.
Let me see. That was good. Ooh.
Oh shit!
See. That's why I'm glad I shuffled. Have you ever cheated? If not, what's the closest you've ever came to cheating?
Ooh. Put me in the hot seat with that one.
Look, I just pulled.
Okay, so honestly, truthfully speaking, I have. Reason being why I wasn't happy.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to use my communication skills to do that. And also I didn't want to feel like I was putting the other person in a situation like, okay, well, damn, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. And now they're looking at me like, okay, now I got this, I just, it's no excuse. But I did what I did, and that was years ago.
Yeah. She said in my younger
years. But yeah, I definitely did, and I've learned from that as well. There's definitely some lessons learned to speak up, to communicate, to actively work through things. Yeah, if you're not happy, just say that. And if that person is willing to fix it, then they're willing to fix it. If they show no effort, then you know what to do then.
Yeah.
But in the relationship, so you know.
Yeah. I 1,000% agree.
Damn.
Yep. So
I was not expecting that
yeah.
one.
I had to reshuffle. I felt the vibe. Like, I'm probably gonna get some good ones.
Yeah, he was like, "Let me
Yeah.
you hit me with the 2-piece right there." Okay, that was a good icebreaker question. So let's dive right into it. Today, y'all, we talking about relationships.
Yes.
Real relationship status, like talking. So let's dive right on into it. Like,
Yeah.
what was your longest relationship?
Longest relationship. I would say like a year and 6 months.
A year and 6. Oh, you know exactly. So that must have been
Yeah,
profound relationship right there.
Yeah, man, it was my everything relationship. I was how old was I? Probably like 20, turned 20 years old, and I was like learning, getting my feet wet, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kept track of the dates, like even the things I was buying. You know, like it's that puppy love thing
Oh,
where it's
okay.
like, let me really secure this and make sure everything is good. I didn't have a clue of what I was doing. Yeah.
So it's like the testing grounds right there for you a little bit.
Absolutely, because of how I was raised was very. So my mother pretty much kept me away from girls for the longest time. So because I grew up in the church, so my mom made sure I had activities.
Yeah.
You know, and then when I didn't have those activities, I was already like gaming and stuff anyway. So I didn't have time to really be chasing the girls like that until I got out of high school and getting into college.
Okay.
So she did her job, you know what I mean? I was busy, choir rehearsals, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, man, I remember that.
Yeah, so it's super, super late. So with that being said, I would say it led me to actually trying to like learn everything on the fly.
Yeah.
Especially with how to treat a woman. Well, at that time she was young, but how to treat a young lady, how to properly court her. Chivalry was still very much present, you know, because that's how I was raised. My grandmother, you know, taught me all that kind of stuff. And then apart from that, I would say I really was just like an amateur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did that affect your relationship, though? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, she had dated before and whatnot.
Right.
So you being an amateur, being new to all this and new in dating and learning how to, like, treat a woman properly and things like that, things that boyfriends are supposed to do.
Right.
How did that affect your relationship?
It affected it kind of okay, because as long as I was treating her good, like, it wasn't really no issues, but I didn't know certain things. Like if a woman's getting her cycle, you know what I mean? I didn't know that the mood would change that drastically. You know what I mean? Like, I was still like in the phase of like, oh, all right, I heard of it. Like, my mom probably.
Yeah,
like
but you
that.
didn't know how drastic.
But I didn't know how drastic it was. Like a complete flip of a switch like that. So it helped me with that. And then it helped me with communicating a little bit. Because sometimes, you know, I won't even say as guys, I'll just speak for myself. I would get in over my head with just thinking I know, like, I got this covered. Like, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
And that may not necessarily be what she may need at that time with me just trying to give you an answer all the time.
Right. It's just so simple. Like, okay, well, boom, that's off. Like, no, wait, it's more in depth. Like, I need you to take your time with this.
Way more, yes. You got to take your time. So,
okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, with that, like, that being your longest relationship, why did it end?
Oh, why did it end? Man. I would say this is going to be hilarious, actually. She basically hit me with the Donnell Jones, where I want to be type vibe, where she was like, I don't know what I want right now type thing. I already knew what I wanted because I had kind of been guided that direction. But thankfully, I'm glad she did break it off.
Why?
Because I needed to really, really get my feet wet, meaning I needed to date more.
Yeah.
To better understand women as a whole.
Okay.
I needed to date more. So it was actually worked out for both of us. I had just transitioned into college. She was prepping some years behind me to get ready for college. So it was perfect.
Okay. Allowed you to get that dating experience and date different types of women, deal with different aspects and situations. Like, okay, well, now I've been through this. Now I know how to operate.
I know how to deal with it.
You know, other situations. Cool. Yeah. So, like, we older now.
Yes.
We older now, y'all. Like, I feel like we definitely should be dating with purpose.
Yes, you have to now.
Yes. Like, because it's like, we've been through that, like, especially me, I'm speaking for myself too, like, I've been through that.
Yeah.
I've been in situationships. I've been in just dating just to go out and have fun. You know, that's all fun and dandy. But when you like, okay, cool, like you knocking on 30's door, you 30 plus already. It's like, okay, you know what?
Yeah.
I want something else. Like your mind, I feel like your mindset should just kind of like switch over. Because I feel like you're supposed to have fun. You know, at one point in your life, and that's usually like what, early 20s or from like ending high school, early 20s, mid 20s. Like, okay, you have your fun, you date different people, and it may not be with a purpose, but I know like some people that's younger, like they actually date and like they want to get married right away and stuff like that too, which is fine. But I feel like you should definitely have an experience before you actually lock down something. Because you might get in something and be like, ooh, that's not what I wanted. And you don't know how to pull away from the situation. You know, that was me. Like, when you asked me that question, I didn't know how to pull away from it. So I'm like, ooh, I'm not happy. And then I don't know if I want to do this. Like, it was a whole bunch. Yeah. But for now, like, definitely dating with a purpose is, like, super important to me because I don't want to be out here playing games.
Nah.
I don't want, and it's people that's older that's out here playing games.
Yes.
Like,
and
you
I
would
understand
think,
why.
Like, people are, you understand, why? Hold on, wait. Why? Why are we out here
playing the game?
Why are they playing the games
at
this big age? Hold on.
It messed you up for a minute.
Yeah.
So with social media now, in a place, you know, because we come from a different era, and now that social media is so prevalent, as much as it is, it's like people aren't interacting anymore. So there was a time where we used to have to go out to get a girl's number. Like, I knew specifically where to go, where the girls were, where I can go to get a number. Now, you just scroll and you can even type in a hashtag, and wherever this person is or whatever, you can correspond that way. You can DM somebody, and now you're meeting through the internet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a swipe left, swipe right type of generation we living in. DM you, what's up, hard eyes.
Exactly. Exactly. So the attention span is shorter. So meaning, imagine, right, I seen you online. I was anticipating, oh, okay, cool, I want to meet her, check you out, right? We finally meet. Okay, that's old. Now somebody else pops in my face because I'm swiping. I'm seeing different people every 5 seconds.
You got access to them so easily.
Yes.
So easily.
So playing games comes with it. So now it's like, all right, well, bet. I can talk to her. Because I'm swiping.
But that's if you're not moving with purpose.
Correct.
If you looking to just play games and stuff like that, it's easy for you to do that now. But if you actually trying to date with purpose, all that's not, that's not going to entertain you.
Not at all. You got to go old school if you're dating with purpose. You got to actually put the time in now.
Exactly.
So whoever you meet, you better sit down, talk to them, get as much information as possible, and then go hang out.
Exactly. Like, I don't want nobody, I don't think I would take nobody seriously if they just slid in my DMs and like, oh, we about to be together forever. I mean, it might work out.
That's suspect. I'm with you with that one.
It might. I mean, it is what you make it, whatever, what you're into. But me, I like the old school, like, you approaching me like I met you in person. We're going on dates, and we're, you're courting me, and we're going out, we getting to know each other and doing stuff, All that sliding in the DM, like, it's just so easy now.
Yes.
It's so easy.
Yeah. And like I said, man, social media is, and as it's growing and expanding, this is what we're going to get. This is the market out here. So that's why I tell some of the ladies that I speak with, I'm like, listen, I'm letting y'all know now, mix up y'all posts, mix up y'all feed, all of that. Because the more, if I see, and I had to just give her like a piece of my brain for a second, like, all right, if I'm a guy and I see you post your body all day and every post is that, what do you think my attention is going to be on?
Exactly.
And when I meet you, what you think my attention is going to be on when I meet you?
Exactly.
I've been watching this for however many stories you've posted, however many posts you put up there. So you can't think that now I'm going to be like, yeah, so what college are you interested in?
And then they get offended too. Like when you try to push up on them, try to press up on them to smash, stuff like that. It's like, oh my, you don't want to get to know me? Well, you've been posting booty pictures all day. And you out doing this. I'm not worried about that.
Correct.
I'm in person now. I'm trying to see what that do.
Yes. So take it back old school. Make us work. And work meaning by, let me challenge you mentally. The more I can do that and connect with you, yes, because that's when you get to really know who somebody is.
Exactly.
Physical is whatever.
Yeah.
The physical is whatever.
And you stimulate me mentally is what I want to know.
Yeah. Yep.
Because sex is easy.
Yes.
That's easy.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to know what you talking about. What do you think about certain topics? What books are you reading? Yep. Where do you plan on being in the next 5 years? Like, I want to know these things. Okay?
Great questions. Yes. Those are the ones.
So you dating with purpose. What is, like, what are you dating for right now? Like, to get married, to have stability?
Marriage is the next step. Marriage is the next step because for me, like I said, I'm 34, so I'm being with my significant other. That's it for me.
That's
You know what I
it.
mean? That's it. It ain't nothing else.
You don't throw in the towel. I'm ready to.
There's nothing else out here for me to be doing. You
It's
know what
not.
I mean? So I'm good. So marriage, yeah, that's the next one for me.
Definitely, I'm dating for marriage as well. I don't want nobody else. I want to be like, this is my person.
Yes.
This is who I'm with. This is we gonna, start businesses together. We're gonna get a house. We're gonna travel. We're gonna, you're my person. Even when you get on my nerves, we're gonna work through it because I only want to be with you.
Yes.
It's not because you need somebody, because you want that want.
Yes.
That's more important, I feel like, because if you can need somebody, it's like, okay, well, I need you for this. Like, you're dependent on that person. But when you actually want to be with that person, you have no other desire to be with nobody else, and you want to continue on this life journey with somebody else, I feel like that's key.
Okay. So, I came with my question.
What you got?
All right. So, and I asked this to some of the new people that I'm speaking with now, and I'm like, let me run this by her when I speak to you. So, did you grieve your last relationship properly?
Oh, did I grieve my last? Oh, did I? I think I did.
Okay.
I let it go with peace.
Okay.
And I understood.
Okay, cool.
I understood because I feel like I could have been mad about the situation, but I had to understand. Even if I didn't agree with it,
Right.
I understood, which brought me peace.
Okay.
So that allowed me to like properly grieve it and be at peace with it.
Nice.
So.
Okay, and I asked that because most times when I ask that question, people like stare at me for a long period of time, and then they go, I mean, well, and they'll start trying to point the finger. And when I say grieve it, meaning like, did you get it all out your system to where you can now understand the clarity of it all? Like, all right, I get it. And then you can kind of see that it isn't the other person's fault. It actually was you.
Ooh.
Even if they did something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they might have had some actions like that made you do something, which made it,
Yes, but each relationship for me is like a journey or like a chapter book, if you will, right? To where each thing is necessary to happen because it's a part of your development. It's a part of your growth. So it's important for you to go through the phases of the heartbreak, the being let down, if somebody cheated on you, to experience all these different emotions. So now going forward, you can relieve yourself completely. And when you deal with this new person, it's fresh.
Oh, man.
I'm not going in with luggage from her, and now I got to have this stuff in your crib with her luggage. It's weird.
See, now you're trying to tap into that relationship PTSD that I'm going to touch on. Like, should I even talk about that just right now? Because I got that down.
Yes.
Because, man, people come into relationships with PTSD. They bring all they, like you said, all their luggage into our relationship, and now I got to deal with that. I got to unpack that and help you heal from that. That's not my job.
Yeah.
Don't bring that over here.
Yes.
I don't want to deal with that. So you got to make sure the slate is clean. Like, you starting fresh with a new mindset. That's wherever it's at. Leave that where it was.
Yeah.
And start fresh with a new person.
Correct.
This individual might not be the same as the last one. So it's kind of like you stepping into it with a little bit of faith.
Yes. But you have to. That's what love. For anybody who wants to be in love, and if that's what your venture would be, you want to take that leap of faith. That's what you want, because it's not going to be easy. You want to know that you put the work in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Opposed to somebody just handing you something. You have to earn somebody's love, earn somebody's trust. And if we come in with a fresh, clean slate, right, and I don't got nothing from this relationship, you don't got nothing from that, I get to learn you fresh. You know what I mean? And I'm not bringing in like, I would say this. I'm bringing in, let's just say she used to nag me about something all the time. So she would do this certain sucking her teeth thing. So then when you suck your teeth, now that's bringing me back to her. And now I'm trying to deal with you as if I was dealing with her. That's what makes everything so congested and messed all up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And you kind of condemn the relationship when you do that. It's like, oh my God, like now she's feeling a certain type of way. And then her knowing that you're doing that because of the last female, it's like, oh, I'm not her.
Correct.
I'm not her. Don't treat me like that because I have the same, maybe the intention she had, whatever she was doing, and get on your nerves. I'm not doing that.
Yes.
You're
a whole new person.
Exactly.
Yes.
Ooh, somebody to hear that. Nah, but so do you think it's better to like start as friends first? Because I know
Absolutely.
like this day and age, it's like people just try to, oh, I want to date you. Let's date, and then let's be in a relationship.
Okay, so I'm gonna get some controversy for this one. All right, so for all the people out there who believe that there's a friend zone, that, oh, if I put this guy in a friend zone, I can never date them, right? That does not exist. It does exist for teenagers. It does exist for young adults, 20, 21. The reason why it doesn't exist when you're dating with purpose is because you want to be somebody's friend. Because over time, right? And I tell this to all my homies or whatever. I should be able to leave you around my family, and I don't got to be there. If my mom is there and I left you at the house with my mom, it's good. I can't just bring everybody around my mother. This is why I don't have female besties. That doesn't exist to me. My significant other is my best friend because now I can confide everything into you. So imagine if me and you super close, right? And then I say, but I got this female best friend. That means you're not qualified to answer certain things. I got to go holler at her first and talk to her about it. So that means I'm shortchanging you. That means you're number two. Number one is number one. There's no other here. None of that exists.
Your woman should be your best friend.
Absolutely.
And that can only happen when y'all start off as
I wake up to
friends.
you, go to bed with you.
Yeah.
Every day I see your face.
I'm consulting with you.
I've seen every part of you. I've brushed my teeth next to you. Everything that I could think of with a routine or a schedule involved, I see you. So where does this other person fit in at?
Exactly.
I don't even spend that much time with my sister. You know what I mean? So how would I have time for, like, you know what I mean, to squeeze you in and now, hold on, I play pool with so-and-so every Thursday. That's my bestie.
Like, what? Like, hold on. Like, where does that start at? Like,
right.
But in talking about that, having like friends of the opposite sex, like, do you think that's okay in relationships? Like,
you can, but you just know that they're acquaintances. I don't use friend. Like, we'll be cool people. We'll be cool, but you're deep down, I know an acquaintance of mine. That's like, you can still say it like on some like, oh, that's a friend of mine, but I know not to put like a best or like put you any closer than you need to be.
Exactly. Like,
because it taints it. Yeah. It taints it because we start mixing things up, especially with time. Like when I start making time for you and trying to make time for my girl, and then somewhere along the way that gets contaminated. Like, nah. So I just understand your role, your position to where, hey, I hit you, it's good. If we do business, that's good. Anything personal, like, nah.
Especially when you got a girl, it's like you want to make her feel comfortable too. Like you want to make your woman feel comfortable. Like, okay, like, and she knows, like,
absolutely,
yeah, and so you know your place. Like, you're my friend, and you respect that.
Correct. So fellas, that's why I'm telling you, if you wouldn't like it, don't do it to her.
Exactly. I feel the same way. I'm like, okay, well, you could have, you know, male friends or whatever. Like, you, and I'm talking about these friends of the opposite sex. They done had to been around for years, and they just say, oh, they popped up. Like, oh, I just met this person, you know, last year, a couple weeks. You know, no. Yeah. It got to be like some years behind. Like, oh, we know each other since elementary. Like, we knew each other since. That's me. I'm like high school stuff like that. Like, okay, y'all know each other. I'm not just gonna say cut them off. Nah.
Like,
I'm not gonna do that.
Nah, that's petty. Don't do that. Nah. Yeah. If you do have male acquaintances, or if I had female acquaintances, that's good. It ain't nothing tripping. Yeah. How I get people is I just say, if your friend hits you up in the middle of the night while you sleep next to your girl, you getting out of bed because she crying on the phone to go tend to her? I know my answer, but that's on the friend though. That friend should have more respect because she knows you're in a relationship to not call in the middle of the night. Like, you got other people, I'm sure, that you can call. Don't call me, because then it make it look some type of way. Like, you calling me, I told them, oh, okay, well, you could have called XYZ, but you're calling me. Now my girl looking at me because, you know, I done woke up out my sleep to talk to you and give you advice or whatever you need at that time. Right. So. Nah, I'll take a rain check, but I'm not getting out of bed. Yeah. Meaning, like, I'll check on you, make sure you're straight, but I'm not hopping out of bed for that. Yeah, you gotta be damn near, like, dying, like, oh, I ain't got nobody, I need you to come, got this. Nah. You know. Your mom, somebody on speed dial. He said, call your mammy. Yeah, your mom, absolutely. But nah. Damn. Yeah, I get that, though. I get that, though. When you start dabbling like that and you mixing it around like that, it starts getting real tricky, because eventually you're going to reach that fork in the road where you have to choose. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like it's a respect thing, too. Yeah, it's all about respect. Like, you know I'm in a relationship, respect my relationship. When your friends start doing things like that and calling you or texting you here and there all the time, like, you know. Yeah. Especially if you live with your significant other. Yes. It's not the dating stages where y'all committed in a relationship like that. You know better. Yeah. You don't. And what's beautiful about that transition, and I'm glad you brought up living, when you have a family, you realize you don't have the same amount of time anymore. Especially when you got kids and you got to tend to these different things. Like, you don't have time anymore like you used to. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Yeah. That means you're not out there no more. Yeah. So those people that are single, that don't have relationships, they need to make friends with single people. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's all about prioritizing. You have to. Yeah. Exactly. Yes. So this is a good question for you, because I know you're a mother. How do you go about dating knowing that you have your son and you know that each man that you're bringing in, like, they're going to be impressionable on your son. So how does that work for you? What does that look like, when it comes to dating, a man?
So, only one person has met my son so far.
Okay.
And that's because I respect this person, and we started as friends. Is actually my boyfriend.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay, well, I've known this person for 7+ years.
Mm-hmm.
I know your character.
Yep.
I trust you. I know that it wouldn't be anything that I would have to question about. I could leave if I wanted to. I could leave my son with you and go to the store. I could go over here, go to that, and I know it's good.
That's huge.
I gotta know these things. I can't just I think, or I hope he wouldn't. No,
Right.
I can't do that. When it comes to my child,
Yes.
I don't play.
Yep.
So I have to absolutely have full trust in you that you would do right by my son.
Yep.
And those qualities that I see in you, I wouldn't mind those qualities being in my son.
All right.
So you're respectable, you're honest, you're giving, you're caring, you're willing to help him out with certain things. You show interest in my son. That's all that plays a part and all that matters. Right. So when I'm down, I'm just bring anybody, because I've dated. Like, I'm dating dudes, and you might have, seen my son on the FaceTime or something. We FaceTime, but I would never bring anybody around my son that I'm not fully confident in. Like, I have to be fully confident in you in order to even allow you to speak to my son.
That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. Because I would say you being comfortable enough to do something like that and be trusting enough to do something like that says a lot about that person. Mm-hmm. So that's huge. Yeah. So that's really good. That's really good.
Yeah, I don't play. I don't play when it comes to my little man now.
Yes.
Especially being around another man. Like, I gotta trust that you're gonna be doing things that my son can follow after you in. Like, he has a father, and his father is very active in his life. But when the man I'm gonna be around, he gonna see stuff that you do too, because he's gonna be around because he's with his mother. Right. You know what I mean? So I really take all that into consideration. Okay. Like, okay, like, he could teach him this, he could teach him that, like, and show that you care about him, like, stuff like that. So that I'm really big on that.
Okay. So this next question, this is for the viewers, I would say, and for you being a woman, me being a man, do you feel as though chivalry is dead today, from what you've experienced in the dating world?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I feel like even the simple stuff, I'm talking about even holding my door.
Wow, okay.
Even, pulling out my chair. I had somebody, I went on a date with them while I was dating them. When we went out on dates, he's opening the door. I always say, thank you. Sometimes a couple of times I didn't, because I'm like, okay, pull the car door open real quick. I'm getting in, whatever, we got to go. Right. And it's like, oh, you need to say thank you. Like, I'm doing this. You need to be appreciative of this, because I ain't got to, like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, he didn't say all that, but that's how I took it. But he said you need to say thank you, though, when I didn't say it.
Well, that defeats
I'm
the
like,
purpose.
I don't have to. Yeah, that defeats the purpose. Do it because you want to.
Correct.
And of course, I'm going to show appreciation because you don't have to hold the door for me, but I would expect you to. And is that wrong to expect that? Because that's what a gentleman's supposed to do.
I wouldn't say that's wrong to expect. I think that was a little... I don't know this guy or nothing like that, but I'm just saying, like, that's a little forceful. I wouldn't... As a man, I would say this. Our duties do require certain things. And I do understand certain men being fed up because they feel like it lacks appreciation. Some women aren't appreciative. Okay, cool. But if you're just a gentleman and you just understand what that comes with, yeah, you can do that. There's old ladies or whatever that walk ahead and I hold the door. Even sometimes it's guys that and I hold the door. Like, it's just something that's embedded in me to do.
Exactly.
I'm not expecting a thank you for that. I'm just doing it innately. You know what I mean? Because, like, this is something I've been doing so long. And
exactly.
this is
what you were brought up doing.
Me, right. So when you force it like that, like, you should say thank you. I would rather you not do it at all.
Right. Yeah. So if you've done held the door for your girl and pulled her chair out this whole time and she says thank you, like, it's not like she never said it, right. Then I would be like, well, damn, like, would you supposed to come? Exactly. That's your girl. You're supposed to do that. If that's your girl and you are dating her with purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have to, thank you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was the way he said, I was just like, what? Like, that was a turn off. I'm not gonna lie. So, and we dated for a short amount of time. So, seriously.
All right. So, who do you feel should pick up the tab when each person, y'all go out on a date? Because this is a tricky one because I'm gonna answer, but I want to hear your response. Who you feel like should pick up the tab when y'all go out?
The man.
The man, okay.
If you're especially if you ask me out to go out on a date, which is normal because I've never really asked a dude on a date, but
Right.
yeah. So if you ask me out on a date to take me out or just to get to know me, whatever, it's still a date, whatever, and you initiated it, I'm expecting you to pay.
Yeah.
So
1,000% correct.
Okay, cool. Because I'm about to say, like, what's your answer? What's your answer?
So yes, anybody who invites the person out pays. That's how it goes. Now, if I'm in my crib chilling in my pajamas, I didn't have no plans to do nothing, and you say, hey, let's go to over here.
Yeah.
And I go, I wasn't trying to go. Do not expect me to pay.
Oh.
Because I was not even trying to go, and I didn't invite you anywhere. Now, you can come kick it. I'm already here. Come kick it with me, whatever. But if I'm going to invite you out, like, hey, let's go over here, I'm paying every time. Yeah. Every time the invitation is sent out to you, I'm paying every time. You never have to worry about it. But if you getting me out my crib to come do something,
I'm coming outside.
So not only are you asking me to go, now you want me to pay as well. And then I've seen in most cases on some dates I went on where they don't even want to help with a tip. Not saying I need the help on the tip. I just want to see initiative.
Right.
Because none of us are ATM machines. You're not. I'm not. You know, I don't really know you like that. Why are you expecting me to financially cover you like that?
Exactly. Especially if y'all just like dating and starting out like
day one.
Day one. Like, okay, well, hold on, wait, like, you know.
No. And what I was saying to my sister before was, I'm teaching my daughters like that too. Always leave the house with money. I don't care if a dude is inviting you out. Now, granted, I would like this young man to pay. Absolutely.
Right.
But always have money. You know, I was very offended. I told this one young lady, I was like, why would you ever leave the house if you can't afford Applebee's? Like, I would never leave the house, ever. Leave. If you can't, $30, you don't have that, I would stay in the house. I would not go anywhere.
No, that's important because, you know, especially in this generation, because it's like, people can get mad. Dudes will get so mad, like, if you ain't putting out, I ain't paying. Split the check.
Wow.
I'll have the rib, she has the salmon.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And that's happened. Not to me.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, is this personal experience?
No.
So.
Hey, y'all, real quick, I have a special treat for you. Myself and my friends over at Baked Bags have a deal for you on their Delta 8 THC ice cream cones. Yes, you heard it right. Ice cream cones. They are super tasty and come in multiple flavors, such as strawberry shortcake, mint chip, birthday cake, and cookies and cream. So head on over to bakebags.com to get a delicious treat that also helps you unwind and take the edge off. Use code QUANTITYRADIO for a discount and you get free shipping on orders over $50. Please use responsibly. Now back to the episode.
Split the tab.
Split the tab. I mean, I would say that is the beyond petty if you was to do something like that. I mean, granted, I've been upset before on a date where I had all right, so I'll share a story. I dated a woman on a date that was tone deaf. And for anybody who doesn't know what tone deaf is meaning you can't really hear how you sound, like your volume. You can't hear it coming out of you. The other person can, and it's very, very loud.
So you're loud.
Very loud. So the whole time, you know how like a restaurant, if you're in a certain restaurant, sometimes the setting can be a little bit intimate. They'll set you up in a little booth thing.
Right, dim lighting, all set up,
And sometimes you have casual conversation, but you kind of want it amongst yourselves. Like, all right, cool. I'm saying certain things, and the reactions I'm getting is just being projected across the restaurant.
Ooh,
so
everybody
now I'm just like, I'm kind of stuck in a tight spot right now because I want to have a certain conversation. I can't because you're projecting everything. Your response is always projecting something. Mm-hmm. So the more she was going, I just was like, okay, I don't think I'll be able to do this midway through the date.
Yeah.
And I just was like, yeah, I think we should, matter of fact, we should. You gotta have things that can get you out of a jam. So for me, I just look, you know what? We probably should wrap it up a little bit earlier, only because such and such. And I came up with something, and I got up out of there.
When they say wrap it up, it's not gonna happen again. Let's wrap this up.
Because I'm big on conversation. I knew like we at least got another hour to go.
Yeah,
and you're gonna be loud, and all these people gonna hear the conversation, and I ain't one of them.
Yeah,
I like to keep it
discreet and private.
Yes,
you know. Ooh, yeah, that's harsh. I mean, my papa, rest in peace, my papa, he always told me, because even when I was a kid, like, I had my little allowance and stuff my mom would give me, and I remember I would go to his house, and he would always be like, let me borrow $5. And I'm like, oh, I don't have no money on me. He was like, you don't got no money on you? Ooh. What?
Right.
He was like, you always
Right,
need to
I'm
carry
with him.
money with you. You always need to carry some money with you. I don't care if it's $10.
Yep.
That $10 you can go to a payphone, because back then we were still using, had little payphones in service, or you could go here, you could buy you something, or buy you something to eat, you hungry, whatever. Like, don't just depend on the person you're with, even if it's your mom.
Mm-hmm.
Still go, you could buy your little snacks, whatever. Your mom say, no, you ain't getting that. Well, I got my own money.
Yes. Yes.
Always leave the house with money, something. I don't care what it is or what amount of dollar it is. That my papa taught me that long time ago.
Yes.
So
And just like I told my sister, because you're a woman does not mean you're guaranteed anything. Doesn't matter.
that's facts. Because what if he forget his wallet?
Yeah.
Or what if he,
What
you
if
know
I
what I'm
get
saying?
robbed?
What if
Like,
you
I'm
get
just saying. Like,
not robbed?
right, I got nothing. My wallet just was taken.
Yeah.
All right, so what we doing? Oh, I don't have no money either.
We both just looking at each other like, all right, well, I guess we're going home,
So
So yeah, the moral of that is always leave the house with money, ladies. Okay, because you never know what these fellas is gonna do. If you're not putting out, he said, "Well, we going to your house after this." No, okay, well, you pay for your own food. Or if you're not, putting out, or anything that he doesn't like, that's not up to his standards, he can be forced to be like, you know what, this is not gonna work out.
absolutely.
And, he might not even want to go on a date before that. And be like, you know what? This ain't going to work. I'm not going to take you on a date. And you still want to go out to eat. You still hungry. You can still go get you something to eat without him.
Correct.
So-
Exactly. If he cancels plans, you still can go do something.
Exactly.
You don't want to rely on somebody to get your next meal. That's bad news.
Damn.
That's bad news.
Shit. You're
That
going to be
is
busting them
really
suds in the
bad.
back, girl. You better bring your wallet.
Yeah, because we was talking about, because we have guy talk, and the best thing I would say this, ladies, we know y'all have y'all salon talk and y'all get amongst yourselves, and we have the same barbershop talk too, same thing. And what we talk about the most is, what is that sense of entitlement that a woman has to where she feels as though she's guaranteed something solely because you're just a woman.
Right.
You
When
know
she
what I
feel like
mean?
she's the prize. Like, I'm the prize. You need
Right.
to provide me with this, that, and the third.
Right.
Like, no, it's not always like that. Like, and especially if you really like the guy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it's some guys that's like that. I've been around them, and it's like, okay, they want to just give you this, give you that, give you that. And then you get used to that treatment.
Right,
And
right.
you feel like every guy needs to do that for you. You know what I'm saying? But if I really like you and I feel like you're not just basically tricking off on me,
Right.
I'm going, hey, here's this, or I pay for this. Don't worry about it. I got that. Like, you did this, I got it this time. Like, I'm the type to do that.
Yeah.
Or because we just talked about restaurants. So if you're paying the tab, though, do you think that the female should pay the tip all the time?
She
Or
can.
like,
I mean, she doesn't have to, but the initiative is like, yo, that's a plus for us. Because
Right.
you gotta think, we look at each other as investments. Not saying that it should be looked at like that, but
right.
if I'm expecting you to look out for me or ride for me, I need to know, just in case, I know you got my back.
You got
I'm not
me.
saying you have to do this. I'm just saying, in case of an emergency, something happened, I know you
Yeah.
got me.
Like, oh, I got it, baby. Like,
That's all.
I got some dollars in the
So imagine
here.
meeting a selfish woman. Would you want her to be your queen? No.
No, absolutely not.
Because you ain't rocking for me at all. You're not going to do anything for me. So we look at it like, okay, when we're going on these dates, no, we don't want you to pay. Absolutely not. We're trying to show you that we can be gentlemen and that you're going to be well taken care of. But it would be nice to just see the initiative to go, okay, cool.
Right.
If I ever was in a jam, I know she got my back.
Like, even if you deny it, she's like, oh, babe, I got it. You be like, no,
Yeah.
no, that's good. I got it.
I
Like,
used
you
to do
know
the
that
wallet
she's
trick.
going to do that.
Yeah,
like,
I used to do the wallet trick on dates. Yeah, all the time.
Wallet
All
tricks.
the time. Yeah. Oh, let me explain.
I'm
So-
like, go ahead and explain
So
that.
pretty
you left
much,
your wallet at
this is
home,
what you
or-
do. You get into a restaurant, right? And you act like you get the food and everything like that, and you act like you left your wallet at the crib. And you got to stay in character though. Like, so
Stay.
you stay in character. You, damn, oh man, as soon as the bill come, and just look at her facial expression for the guys, and I'll just be like, I don't know what happened to it. And then she looking at me. All the ones who would just look at me like this, like the world's coming to an end. I know they don't got no money. I'll be like, nah, I'm just messing, whatever. I knew not to take them out again. The ones that were literally like, nah, it's okay. I'll be like, nah, I'm playing.
Well,
It's
I
good.
got
You
it,
straight.
like,
I got it. It's good to just see it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, she
granted,
got it, like,
Yes, I'm going to pay. I just want to know, like, if you're the person I'm investing in, you're going to be with me. I would say this. It helps to know for any man out there to date any woman that you got his back. You can be his true significant other, his true companion.
Yes. Let's get into the key factors. What are
Yes.
some important key factors when being in a relationship? And I'm talking about like trust? Like, what's most important to you? Like, trust, respect, loyalty. What's on the top of your list?
Definitely trust. Because even with the respect, like everybody will, of course, will go respect first. But the reason why I say trust is because you can go in feeling like, okay, I don't want to let this person down in this regard. Like, if you trust me so much, I don't want to betray the trust.
Right.
You know what I mean? When it's given to you. I've seen people go into situations where there's no trust from the jump. She's already been insecure because she's dealt with somebody who probably cheated. She caught him. That's the worst part. She caught the person cheating. Wow. And now she's trying to rebound and get into another relationship, and it's bad news.
It's bad. No trust
yes,
at all.
if you can get trust, that means I believe the respect is already there. You know what I mean? Like, if you got that trust, they're already respecting you enough to give you that, offer it. So that's huge.
And see, I didn't look at it from like that standpoint because I was automatically thinking trust.
Yeah,
I mean, not trust, respect.
Oh, respect.
I was automatically thinking respect. But that's right. Like, if you do trust me or you want me to trust you, like, that respect is already kind of like there. Yeah. Like, you got to respect enough to trust me.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, I didn't look at it from that point because I was like, okay, mine would be respect. So, like, if you respect me, then you're not going to do certain things.
Nope.
So, even if, like you said, trust, like with cheating and everything, you respect me enough that you're not going to go back, you're not going to cheat, or you're not going to lie to me, or you're not going to make me feel some type of way, you're not going to downplay me, you're not going to, anything to make me feel a negative way, you're not going to do that. So, mine was respect for my key factor.
They go hand in hand, so it works for me. Yeah. So this is a good one. I think I was asked this my last live that I did. So pretty much people were asking about, how do you feel about dating via social media, like on social media where you're posting your significant other? Do you feel when you're dating a guy, do you feel, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Do you feel like it's a demand that you have to do this?
To post them on social media?
Like is this something to be expected?
For me.
Oh, for you. Okay.
For me. Okay. I mean, because some people are super private. Some people are like super private. They don't post anything. You might see like a shoe or something, and that's it. Like, you know, and some people not even that. Like, you don't even suspect they have a significant other. But me, just the way I am, you're going to know. So I don't care. I may not even show his face, but I might show like him walking, like his back, or I might show like some shoes or like his hand, like, or something. He's drinking a cup of tea. Like, I might, you know, put that on there, like a story or something. Like, it doesn't have to be like a full post on my feed, but you're gonna know that I have somebody. Right. So, you know, I'm the type of person, I'm putting it out there.
No, I got you.
Yeah, so not all crazy. It don't have to be all crazy, like I said, but I'm gonna give you like a little glimpses here and there.
Okay, but I like that you're more reserved with it, though. That's actually a good thing. I think the public thing is starting to get a little bit too
annoying.
Like, I wouldn't say annoying. I just feel like when you see it, it looks forced now. It's almost like you're seeking validation now. Like, granted, I do understand why some people don't want them to be private, because they're like, are you hiding me? Like, what are you ashamed of me or something like that? Like, I get that part, but in today's age, everything's posted anyway. So it's kind of like it takes the mystique away. Like, there's no mystery to you. There's no nothing. Everything's just out in the open. So I would say, like you said, you show like a hand or something, or if somebody was to ask you, just let it be known. But to put them all out there, for me, I'm not doing that. Yeah. I keep everything private, because what I started to realize is, like, in the day of social media and people commenting and having something to say and giving people a voice to say something, I don't want to give you no ammunition to work with. If you're going to shoot at me, shoot blanks. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that whole notion of that, but everything's private.
Then it's also when, like, say you don't post them for like 2 weeks or something. It's like, oh, what happened? Y'all broke up. Like, dang,
you see what I'm saying?
I see that. I get that.
What happens when you take them down? Oh, damn, what happened?
What happened? The new DMs just coming. Oh, like, man. Dang, like, everybody in your business. Like, you know, so I get both sides. It's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like, you know, I can't, dang, we just, you know, we not around each other right now. Or I just didn't feel like posting them right now, or whatever. And now it's like, oh, did y'all break up? What happened? Like, oh my God. Like, or you might have been mad and you like, I'm mad at you. I'm gonna take your picture down. Now it's the whole thing of that. Like, that's why I only post stories. Yeah. Like, when we're like officially like married, baby pictures, all that stuff like that, that's gonna go on the feed.
That's what's me. I'm going with the married.
Right. That's going on the feed.
That's something to celebrate, and if you want to share, I'm cool with that. But relationships, they be coming and going. You never know.
Exactly.
So as soon as you take them down, they know it was over.
It was like, damn.
Yeah, I guess it didn't work, huh?
Man, all in the shade room, all the pictures are down of this person and this person.
Mm-hmm.
They broke up.
Yep.
And they be like, no, we didn't break up. Like, we didn't even, you know. So that's how we go about knowing if you're together or not together now, was via social media.
Yes.
So, I mean, I could see that.
Yeah.
So, what do men, specifically you, since I'm talking to you, really want in a relationship from women?
Okay, great question. And I'll answer this where I'm at now. I can't speak for the guys that's at a certain spot right now. You know what I mean? I don't want to be disrespectful. Peace of mind.
What is peace of mind?
Peace of mind is home is where she is. Right? It's not the house.
It's where she is. I feel at it. We could be in a foreign land.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's where she is. And the peace of mind part comes in. I'm dealing with chaos as soon as I leave the house. At my job, I'm dealing with a lot of alpha males. This is us. Boom, 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 rah, 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 all day.
Yeah.
When I come home, the peace of mind is knowing like, okay, now that chapter's done, now I'm into this realm. Is it calm? Is it soothing? Can I rest? Can I rest my thoughts? Can I socialize with you? Can we just vibe? Can we watch a movie? Can we listen to music? Is it peaceful when I come home?
Be my peace.
Yeah, that's it. Peace.
That's what that
my
is.
mind is at ease. Me and you can lay up, talk. It's a vibe. I'm chilling. No drama. It's good.
You can confide in her. You could talk to her.
Everything.
You don't have to worry about this back and forth. Even if y'all do have a disagreement, it's thoughtfully talked out. Ain't no disrespect. All that rah-rah, like you said, like it's peace.
It's peace. Yeah, the world is chaotic. Home don't got to be.
That's a quote. That's a bar. That's a bar. So just that's it for you. Like, be my peace.
That's it. Peace. That's it.
That's all we gotta do. So what do women have to do to be your peace? Like you said, you coming home, it's chaotic, you already dealing with it, stuff like that. You want to feel at home with her, but what else can she do to make you feel at home?
You don't have to read my thoughts, read my body language. I don't expect you to be a psychic.
Yeah.
Of course not. But you can tell by how I'm coming in. If I'm drooping in, like, you can read that. That's easy.
Yeah.
Obviously, work probably didn't go well. Probably I got a lot on my mind, so I'm spacing out. I'm daydreaming sometimes.
That automatically means like she studies you.
Yeah,
like I know my
reading me.
man. I know when he's feeling like this, or when something's on his mind, or when he's happy, or he feels like he want to do this. Like, oh, you've been having a rough week. Let's go here. You know what I like. You know what I want to go out and do.
Yeah.
Even if I want to sit in the house, like you feel that. You feel my vibe. You feel my energy.
Yes. Yep. You just read the body language and you let it go from there. That's it.
Okay. Okay. So men just want peace. Okay.
Yes, the older ones. I like I said, I don't know. I don't want to speak for all guys, but the ones that are around, like where I'm at, they say the same thing. They're like,
They just want
peace, bro.
peace.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it enough, especially as a black man.
Yes, drama as is. So we like, look, let's just be peaceful. When we get home, it's good. I gotta prepare for the next day of chaos. So
Exactly.
peace.
Exactly. I feel like women want the same thing too.
Yeah.
Be at peace. And we want like leadership. We want you to properly lead and not just be in your ego and think that because you're the man and you whatever you do, whatever you say goes. Like, no, I don't want that type of leader. I want you to properly lead because you want me to be better.
Right.
You know, you have me in mind with
Yes.
everything that you're doing. Like, oh, I'm gonna put this on. This is for me and my family. This is for me and my girl. This is, you know what I mean? We want that. I want that type of energy.
Absolutely.
That's what I want.
So how do you feel in regards to when men say they like a woman who's submissive? How do you feel about that?
It depends on who's saying it. Like, if you just want a woman just to be doing whatever you say, like that's not submissive. That's control. You want to control her.
Right.
You can't come into it with that mindset because you're not going to control me, and I can tell. Of course, the way you're operating, the way you're moving, the way you're talking, it's like, okay, I said this, I want you to do this, and you're talking at me. You're not trying to walk me through something and make me understand something, or this is how you treat me, this is how you handle me, or this is how I want, I think this should be, and give suggestions, not like, oh, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And if you're properly leading, and I see that, and you're handling me with care, you're handling the situations with care, it's automatically gonna make me submit to you,
Right.
and make me feel comfortable around you, make me feel like I can, okay, he got it. He got it. I ain't gotta worry about this. Cause then that defense mode comes up. That's why we be like, no, I got it. I'll do this. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay, no, I don't want to have to do that. I will if, it need be.
Right.
But I know that you got it.
Yeah.
So when you don't got it, I got you.
There you go.
That's what it is for me. I will submit to that.
That's perfectly said.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Like I'm
also
cooking
the man can
salmon.
submit. The man can submit to the woman as well. Like it's a partnership.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's days I'm not gonna have it, and where you gonna back me up. There's days you're not gonna have it. I back you up. It's just that simple. It's not submission for me. Is not you being under me. It's not me ruling over you. Mm-hmm. Submission is you just submitting to me because you trust me. The same way I would submit to you because I trust you. Same thing.
It's all about trust. That's it. And partnership.
Mm-hmm.
Partnership. You could leave, but you still got to be there with him.
Yeah.
You still got to be there to support.
Yeah, because if either one of us is in an emotional state, you can't lead nobody nowhere.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yep.
So this last thing is like, I feel like having a relationship and dealing with your regular daily life, how do you multitask with that? Because it's a lot of things that's going on. So I'm just like, okay, so because it could get hectic.
Right.
So
absolutely.
I kind of got some things down. So I got like you dealing with your spirituality, keeping God first. Mm-hmm. If you're a parent, so you got your parenting, you got your career, you got your social life,
right.
You got your me time, all that stuff. How do you conduct that while being in a relationship? Like your relationship is not always going to come first,
right?
And that comes with having an understanding partner,
right?
That they're not your people say, oh, you're my world. You can't be. You can't. For me, you can't be my whole world because I have other things going on in my world. Mm-hmm. So how do you prioritize all that? Like, what order does it go in? Like,
oh, excellent question. That's a really good question. You got to have a pyramid, pretty much, and whatever's at the top is your main thing, and then underneath and as it follows, so forth. So for me, it all depends on how my day starts out. I know for a fact that I get up, do my same routine, then I'm off to work. Mm-hmm. After I get work and come home, the kids are there. So we got that. Got your girl. And then how I tend to my family pretty much is like I have to literally check everybody that's in the house.
Yeah.
Before myself. Like granted, like I do the check-in because I know what I'm dealing with already personally. Now granted, you could say that that's checking you first and then checking your family. So I guess you could switch that up like that. But because I know how I'm doing, I check on everybody that's in the house first.
Right.
And see how and I can read the moods very easily. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty much what I do. So go to work, off to work, anything that's done at home, I tend to the house. The whole house is checked on, and everybody, I got to check on whoever personality trait is, you know what I mean? Like,
so you saying work first?
Yeah. Like I'm saying, as I leave off to work.
Okay.
Like, now it depends for my day it's early. Mm-hmm. So I'm up 5 a.m. So everybody else is still asleep.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't, there's nobody awake, you know what I mean? There's nobody I can really do anything for because everybody's sleeping. Now, when I get home, that's a different situation.
Switches modes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then you just tend to everybody that's in the home because I guess this sounds crazy to say, but if you understand you, and this is why I tell people to do a lot of self-assessments, making sure you're in control of who you are. Mm-hmm. When you're in control of you, it's very easy to start to tend to other people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because I know my flow already. I know, all right, I'm vibing at this frequency right now. I'm good. So let me check on this person's frequency, this person's frequency. Mm-hmm. Now, if my frequency is disrupted or messed up, I can't tend to nobody.
So then you have to put yourself first so you can be able to take care of everybody else.
Exactly.
Because you go cause chaos throughout the whole house.
Oh, man. You're going to let your emotions wreak havoc all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, depending on how you're feeling, like you say, if your flow was not in that flow that day, let me get my mind right so I can properly tend to everything else.
Yeah. So everybody in relationships have a hobby, please. I don't know what it is.
Go do something while I get myself together.
Because you will cause destruction at the people that you care the most about because they just happen to be in the way. Mm-hmm. That's all. They're in the vicinity and you just keep throwing that energy that way when you can deal with it internally first, and then
you got to have somebody that it's all about understanding. Everything leads back to understanding because your partner has to understand that I'm gonna deal with you in a minute. Let me get my mental right, and then I can properly come to you. Because if I'm not in that right frame of mind, or if I'm going through something, or if I'm feeling some type of way, my energy's off, I need to let that release,
right?
So I can come to you, with a clear mind.
Correct, but they'll never know.
Yeah.
Just to let you know. That's why the lack of communication is why a lot of relationships are suffering now. Mm-hmm. No one can read nobody's mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It won't happen. So it's up to you to communicate that. Or just be like, look, I need a minute.
Yeah.
That's it.
Give me a minute.
Give me a minute. Let me get all this process, and then now I can deal with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So for me, like, the things I named off, I feel like my spirituality comes first.
Absolutely.
My relationship with God comes first.
Absolutely. I agree.
And I'm super, like, into that. So, you know, if I don't got him, I can't properly tend to you. Ain't nothing going right in the life.
Nope.
I gotta keep God first.
Absolutely.
To keep my mind grounded and to have faith and do everything else that I need to do to get me in certain positions. And because my partner has to be spiritual.
Yes.
I want to be able to pray together. I want to be able to talk about God with you and you understand. You're not like, oh, okay. Like, I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to be tapped in too. I need you to be tapped in. So we right there together. So all these moves we make is led by God.
Absolutely. I agree.
And we got to be right there with each other. So spiritual. And then if I have a child.
There you go.
So, you know, especially if we don't live in the same household, like I have a kid and he has a kid, or they don't have a kid, like I have a kid, you have to understand, like, hey, I'm helping my kid out with his homework, or we're doing this right now, we're having an outing, mother-son time or whatever. You have to respect that. Right. You have to understand that, because my child is going to come first.
Yeah, strongly agree.
So, you know what I'm saying? And it will throw me off if a dude was like, well, I want to spend time with you, like, this is a child. Like, this is my child. You know what I'm saying? So if that's not there, you automatically cut from the roster. You're cut. You know what I'm saying?
That will happen too. You know, I think we're all just big kids too. Sometimes in adult flesh. Sometimes like the big kid comes out. But nah, man, I think it's more of a sometimes that jealousy factor kicks in, where you just like, man, all the kids getting all the attention. What about me? Yeah. But a real person understands that you're not in competition with a child.
Exactly.
That child without their mother can't do nothing for themselves.
Exactly. You can wake up, you can go do this, you can drive your car wherever you need to go and do what you need to do. Mm-hmm. My child needs me.
Yes.
And it's not even about him needing me, it's about me wanting to spend time with my son. Absolutely. I gave birth to this human being. Like, I want to spend time with him. If you can't understand that, then we cannot go any further. So it's going to be my child, and then it's a hard one. I like my career.
Yeah.
You know, like
the
all
career
that
at the bottom.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like career, like, okay, cool. Like, cause we gotta wanna progress and get somewhere further, because we want to be stable. We want to be financially stable. We want to be comfortable. You know what I mean? And I want to, if your career is your passion, not just your 9 to 5, you're just, I'm just working this job, because you got to respect the passion too. And I can incorporate that in with you. You show interest, and I show interest in what you're doing, and I'm behind you. I'm supporting you in that. We can work with that. I can work with that. So the relationship will flow through all of that. You can be in all aspects of my life. So that would be that for me.
I think your list was better than mine. I'm being honest with you. God first, absolutely. I don't know how that slipped. And then I like that the career is at the bottom, because career is going to fluctuate. It's going to change. You're going to get a different job. You're going to be over here, then be over here. Yeah. You're going to change your mind and want to go back to school, and then that's nothing. As long as you got breath, you're going to want to work. Well, if I can't say you're going to want to work. It depends on who the individual is, but you should have it in you to go out and want to work and provide. You know what I mean? And then when you got the guy, he'll provide, and then you help and aid him as he's providing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, I think that sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Okay. Man, this has been real.
Yes.
Relationship talk with Manny.
Yes.
Yes. Like I said, I appreciate you coming down.
Absolutely.
And this conversation was lit.
Yeah.
A well-needed conversation. I think it went pretty good, my damn self. What you got coming up for us?
So pretty much I want to do some more speaking ventures on different podcasts, just to kind of get familiar with the territory. And then when that's done and my equipment is done being purchased, I'm going to go ahead and do my thing full throttle.
Oh, man. So,
yeah.
Soon as that's, set up.
I'm going to have you on. I already know.
Well, you better hit me up now, because I'm going to be on there. Full support. Y'all, please go support my guy.
Yes.
Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Yes. Sorry. So, y'all can find me on Instagram at Manny, MANNY_Fresh Prince. And then I'm also on TikTok at Manny_Fresh Prince 31. Yeah, I'm right. There we go. And those are 2 things. I'm only on like IG and TikTok.
IG and TikTok. You heard it. So go tap in with him. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, go share it with your friend, your significant other, your family, and tell them that Quantity Radio sent you. So until then,
Yeah.
I think that's it, y'all.
Yes, wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. Lit.
It's lit.